something for your heart and something for your hands to do. Family, we are. What was that?
That was smacking the hoe.
Smacking a hoe. Is
Something for my
that
hands to do.
what you do? Okay.
Every now and then.
As a public service announcement, here from the Profit and Growth Hour.
Yes.
No smacking of hoes allowed.
Here. What you do on your own time in your own abode? It's a business.
That would be domestic violence. And we don't subscribe to that either. Unless you're referring.
I'm referring to.
You're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRBmedia, the voice of the community, where we give you something for your head, something for your heart, and that's it.
I don't have that to do anymore. Nope, here, keep them out.
No hands allowed.
I don't need to bring my powder.
No powder allowed. No Vaseline and
My earring.
no.
What about boogers?
We're lovers,
Something for our
not
hands to do.
booger.
Pickers.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Pick your boogers.
Okay. We are so excited about the opportunity to be able to share on a daily basis with our listeners.
Yes. I pick yours
family,
too.
we are so excited about the opportunity to be back here in the studio. As you know, we were at the Stellar Awards, and we had a wonderful opportunity to highlight and showcase all of the independent artists.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah, we saw the superstars and all their glitz and their glamour, and Kurt and
Tasha Cobbs, Kayla Carr,
who else?
D1,
Him too.
Ernest Pugh, my boy Jonathan Reynolds. How you doing?
Anthony Brown.
I'm not lucky. I'm loved.
Okay.
Yeah.
That you are, I guess.
Jessie J was there. Oh my gosh, Shirley Caesar, Aretha Franklin's family.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love Regina Bell.
Yes.
Oh, she was there. Yes.
We were able to speak with her.
The thing.
Yes.
Loving it. Yes.
And we love our superstars. However, our primary purpose as WDRB Media for being there was to highlight and showcase the independent artists.
Yes, absolutely.
So we purposely made sure that we were at the Independent Artist Showcase to be able to highlight and showcase their artistry.
Yes.
Because a lot of people like to jump on people's bandwagons after they have arrived. We want to rock with people as they're growing, as they're going, as they're grinding, as they're trying to get to the next level.
Right.
That's where our love, our support, and our resources go. Which is why we surround ourselves with like-minded individuals that are also looking to help the underdog, the underserved, because they too need love. And that's why Sha Sha is in the house.
Sha Sha, my playmate, won't you come play with me?
Okay, I guess that's a personal thing
That's my girl.
going on. Okay.
What you say?
Woo woo.
Shay?
Woo woo woo. Woo to the woo. Sha Sha, why don't you introduce yourself to our listeners? Tell them a little about what it is that you do and why you love independent artists so much.
Hi, everyone. I am Sha Sha, First Lady of Loyalty Radio. Why do I love independent artists? Just like you just spoke about, everyone jumps on the bandwagon after they get the views and after they're booked for shows and after they've gotten signed. No, I want to grow along with the artist. I want to build a relationship now. It's a lot of people that don't even get recognized at all, and that's where I come in. That's where loyalty management comes in.
Awesome.
Why loyalty management? Why loyalty?
Just like I spoke about, I'm not a bandwagon type of person. I'm a Cowboy fan. Let's start there. I'm not a bandwagon person.
That would be that's
the
acceptable.
Mic drop, girl.
That is acceptable. Between
I am a Cowboy.
Go Minnesota Vikings!
Oh,
Woo!
please, boo!
I don't even know.
Between the Cowboys,
No,
between the
seriously,
Giants,
I'm loyal
and
to
the Panthers.
I'm loyal to.
So, yeah,
I
top
don't,
three.
because you're winning, you got your rings, you have your trophies,
your fair
and your
weathered
awards.
fans.
And no, I want to ride with you the entire way. Awesome. That's where loyalty comes into.
What if the people that you're loyal to are not loyal to you?
Well, I can't exactly control how people, do things in their lives, but I can control what my brand does.
You can smack that hoe.
See, I knew it would come up. I knew it would come up. I
I'm gonna leave that for y'all too. I'm gonna have my backup security here move to the left because these guys have it.
Because sometimes we live in a society where
Absolutely.
you're loyal to somebody and you're committed to them and you do everything for them, even in relationships.
That is true.
But yet you find out later on they're stabbing you in the back, they're cheating on you, they're moonlighting, they're doing other things, which does not enhance the relationship, whether it's business or personal.
Absolutely.
What do we do when people, not if, but when people disappoint, when people spit on you, when people stab you in the back, when people basically call you out your name, but yet you standing there trying to show love, trying to help, trying to, do all that you know how to do to help them, but yet they don't find any gratitude or any appreciation in what it is that you're trying to do.
This is the point where you literally jot that down as a lesson learned. You don't allow someone else's actions change the person that you are, unless it's being changed on a positive level. Learning any type of lesson, of course, that can be good and bad. But I can't change who I am because you're not loyal. Who I am is loyal.
Right.
I can try and teach you and bring you along with me. But,
But when it happens so often, it jades your opinion
it does.
of people, especially in this industry, especially in the music and entertainment industry, because I once heard a preacher talk about the difference between fans, followers, and friends. And I believe it is when we don't put these people in the right category, you put your fans in your friend box, they'll let you down because when they're no longer a fan, but you've been defining them as a friend the whole time. Understanding that not only what the difference in being a fan, a follower, and a friend is, but making sure that you have those people. I'm like the school teacher. Everybody starts off with me as a friend. I'm good. But then when I understand your agenda, because we all have agendas, some agendas I support. You're trying to grow, and I have the ability to help support you with that.
Absolutely.
That's your agenda. Well, my agenda now is to help support you in that and get you to that place. So as a friend, I will actually support your agenda as a follower. So here I'm trying to help and assist so that when you decide that I've gotten all I can get from you, I don't feel like I lost a friend. I just apply the resources that you need at the time that you need it. And then you can move on to a fan because you'll remember, oh yeah, she helped me out way back when.
Right.
But I think it's hard in the music industry because we want to put everybody as a fan. Or when you make it or you get $200 in your pocket instead of $2, you're trying to make everybody a friend. And those that were just fans or just followers, and not all your followers are following you because they like you.
Truly.
That is a
Facts.
problem. Everybody like, I got
Facts.
followers. I got 5,000 followers. But 4,999 of them don't like
hating.
you. And the only one
haters.
following you
Right.
is your mama. Right. Talking about, look at my baby now. But other than that, I just think it's hard. And it's our fault when we misalign people and when we expect more of them. I expect more of people, but I've also braced myself. Dr. Biz says something all
Absolutely.
the time. Under promise and over deliver. If I over deliver, that was my choice. It was not an expectation. That was a blessing that I've administered to you, and that was my choice. Understanding that I may not get anything back or any appreciation from it. And we can just leave it right there. But the music industry, of course, and rappers, they're always talking about, you used to hate on me, but now you like me. And
Right.
You was hiding from me, and your number was disconnected, but now you call me. So if that's a lifestyle and that's the way it is, that's just the way we have to brace ourselves for the unexpected. Living our life loyally to those, because I don't want to mess over somebody that probably does have really good intentions and may come back and say, you know what, I remember when you were there for me and supported me and helped me out.
And see, that's the whole point of building the relationships right now while they're still quote unquote broke. They're still trying to make it. They're still going and flipping a burger so they can get studio time.
Right.
You know, they're getting their flyers done by their sister and them. I mean, let's just be real. You know, a lot of this is in the kitchen, in your mama house, in the little studio y'all have in the shed, and what have you. That's when I want to see the artists, when they're really out there grinding. When you first start with your music, you're grinding. You're trying to get it out there. You walking through the mall, handing out your flyers. Follow me. You know, that's the person that I want to approach. I don't want to approach the person, now you big, you have an entourage, and a lot of times they're almost unapproachable, and they may truly be nice people. Don't get me wrong, but it's almost unapproachable once they get this superstar action. I've already, encountered just that. You know, people transitioning, and it happens overnight. I may speak to an artist in March, and by April, maybe they've signed some contracts, and now the relationship that I had before has changed. No, I need you to talk to my manager. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm used to calling your direct line, and you're getting my line because you're still out there grinding. But it changes, and now we got the superstar light and all of that. So,
and it's the people that are around them that are protecting them that same way.
I mean, but that's their job.
And it's their job, but it's also in their best interest. Because if you come in and outshow me, you might boot me out of my seat of where I am with this person, and I've often heard that even in churches where the pastors, he's unapproachable. Well, no, he's got armor bearers around him that's protecting him. So the superstars have their own personal armor bearers around them protecting them. There's one thing to protect the people, to protect them from someone trying to hurt or harm them. But it's just, I'm trying to have a conversation. We in the public. Like, ain't no Me Too movement finna happen right here on stage. Like, I'm just trying to say hi, just trying to get a selfie or something like that. But
I think that's where the insecurities of that team comes in, because where they are positioned to protect and to shield, oftentimes they're protecting and shielding their own position. Because they recognize and understand that they have fallen short, that they aren't up to par, that they're not doing their job. They got chewed out an hour ago. So now you want to approach, they keeping everybody away because the next person that approaches is going to end up taking my job because I messed up.
True story. True story.
So then it really hurts the artist in that regard, simply because they don't have the opportunity to get to the next level and connect with people that can help their brand, because they're stuck with Ray Nam, who's really just out for self.
Absolutely.
And then it ends up hurting them.
But another thing that I would love to see change, and I was just speaking with another entrepreneur about this, we do not share information. As Black people in a whole, it's like, I'm so scared for Kim to be driving that Mozzie before I get a Mozzie, so I'm not going to give her this outlet. I'm not going to tell her this little information
This
that I know.
That's right. Yeah.
We'll take her to the next level.
Absolutely.
It's like that crab in a bucket. We don't want to admit it, that's where we are. But
that's true.
Stop being crabs. I just want to say,
don't get
stop
crabs.
being crabs.
Don't get crabs.
That's how us as a community start to profit, start to grow. We need to get back to that.
Absolutely.
Our small business owners, and really going to spend our money with them.
But people are scared that you're going to end up leaving them. People are scared that you're going to become the superstar, and the relationship that they previously had with you will be no more, because they're intimidated and they're fearful and they are envious of your success. So as a result, I'm not going to give you the hookup. I'm not going to introduce. I'm not going to put you down with this particular person or this particular gig or this particular event, because I don't want you to surpass me.
See, this is when you need to just drop the whole Willie Lynch syndrome. And at this point, the fear has got to go. They wrote this down, that this fear would be embedded into our communities. It's at this point.
It worked. It worked.
Truly, it worked. However, this is the time when we need to make a change. It's here. We have the opportunity. We have a voice. So let's make the change. Let's connect with each other and start making this money in our own communities and growing our own communities. You're afraid of how our schools look? you're afraid of the education level that is in your community, you're afraid of how your roads look and things, start going to some of these planning and development meetings.
Absolutely.
Get out
Absolutely.
there and make a
Right.
difference in yourself and in your own community.
If you can stand in line for 2 hours, 2 days,
For some
and
Jordans.
2 weeks,
For some Jordans.
or a new iPhone,
Okay.
surely you can stand
Okay.
in the courthouse for an hour and just voice your opinion
Preach it.
as it relates to.
Preach it.
We decide what we put, what we
can't
prioritize.
do that. They
Because they got
got
warrants.
warrants. Yeah.
So the Aaron,
doing this.
I'm
you
just
already
throwing
got
that out
cable
there,
in your
you
baby
know.
name. Send your baby out there anyway.
Exactly.
And let the baby represent. Since the baby got good cable and good credit. So go ahead on and
Exactly.
send him out
At
there
the
to
age of
represent.
5.
But it is a shame that we don't do that. But there's a flip side to that, because I'm all about supporting a black-owned restaurant. Can we get the sanitation score at least above an
Higher
80
than a
though?
60.
Right. You know, you want me to come out, but at least
I just ran a restaurant for 5 years. My score stayed at 100.
But that's
Okay,
different, and,
let's
and I
do
had
That's
commitment
different.
to
But
you.
on
Right.
top of that, they did not want to let this black girl be a part owner of that company. No shade, Jersey Mike's. But yeah,
But see,
put that out there.
works.
Yeah.
But it's
Right.
when we have that sanitation score of a D, and we complaining that people don't want to support them. Well, I really don't like roaches on my food. You know, it
Right.
may be a delicacy
say,
in some
we ain't in
countries,
France.
but I'm not there yet.
Right.
So until you clean that up, black, white, or other, I'm not going to
Right.
support you.
Right.
Love
right.
ya,
Same
but
thing.
Gotta go.
I love you. I think we had an episode where we talked about the beautiful opportunities that brown salon stylists give us in our hair, but you can't put 12 of us lined up in shampoo girl in a bowl, sit right there, then go to lunch, talk about I'll be right back. Again,
professionalism is also a thing.
in
Yes.
everything that you do, in every way that you do it. I remember I had a business and I needed support with it. It grew bigger than I could handle by myself. And it's funny because as I look for partners or look for someone to invest, like I literally said, I will sell it to you, paid in full, with all the members, with everything right up front. Like, this is yours and I will work for you, because I needed the help that much for something that's successful. I literally was told that it was a too good to be true deal. Like, one, because I I might do it again. We might need to talk, Shay Shay. We might need to talk. I forgot she do them things.
All right, so we can go to break, and then y'all can talk, and then we can come back from break. Okay.
Because you're not afraid of
Share.
excellence.
Share.
You are not afraid of excellence. Those that I
Share.
interviewed were afraid of that level of excellence, that they either could not measure up, or it was way more. Like, I just want the backyard bootleg version.
No,
I didn't know we was coming
no.
corporate style.
That's where I want to be. I mean, you should have goals. Period.
Absolutely.
Goals.
Family, we're going to take a quick break. We will be back. Please don't go anywhere.
Please.
You're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media,
The voice of the community. Conference call on Monday.
Light bulb moment. I need a bottle of water.